Hi, this is Marshall Slayton. You know, people come into my office and they're concerned about bankruptcy and they ask me, hey, should I go with one of those debt settlement companies? I've heard a lot of horror stories from my clients who've gone to those places and then come to see me and say, boy, that really didn't work. And here's why. Because a debt settlement company, the way they do it is they say, hey, stop paying all of your creditors right now. Right? And then you start paying the debt settlement company a certain amount of money every month, and they collect that money. And out of that money, the first part of that money goes to pay their fees. And then over time, you'll build up a cash balance, right? And then they will contact a creditor when that balance gets to be a certain size and settle that debt, right? The problem is that it's taking you 5, 6, 7 months to save up enough money to settle that one debt. In the meantime, that creditor that you owe money to has been continuing to ding your credit, right? And maybe even call you and has got no money from you. And so the balance has actually gone up, right? The other downside of that is that all the other creditors that you have that haven't settled with are in the same position. They've gotten no money, have gotten no contact, and the balance that you owe them is continuing to go up, and they're continuing to ding your credit. So that means your score goes down. And then on top of that, whatever amount that you settle for, let's say you had a $10,000 debt and it settled for $5,000, that creditor is going to send a 1099 to the IRS. And the IRS treats that written off debt of $5,000 as income and is going to tax you on that $5,000 when you file your next tax return. So actually, you're not only going to pay a portion of the debt, but you're going to pay Uncle Sam a portion of the amount that was written off based upon your tax rate. So in bankruptcy, the difference is that once you file bankruptcy, it takes care of all of your creditors, right? Not just one or two, right? And in addition to that, all of the debt was discharged. None of it in that situation is a tax liability after you get your discharge entered. So bankruptcy, I think, is a much better option than debt settlement because it takes care of everything in one fell swoop and there's no tax liability at the end.